Hi, hi everyone, and welcome to Rampage or Ramfru. I, Mike Lane, Tony Schiavati, and Montel Vertadius Porter here. And today on Rampage or Ramfru, we are going to have Holy Fellow Nicholas, Father Yule, the Heavenly Gift Giver. Here today on Rampage or Ramfru, we're getting very near to the Survivor Series, or the Living Saga, which will have Team Jesus fight Team Santa. And we want to know who's going to win from that. Mike Lane says. You're right, Mike Lane. We are going to see Holy Fellow Nicholas here today. Father Yule, whatever you want to call him, Santa Claus, here today, on Rampage or Ramfru. And here he is, Tony Schiavati says. You know what I'm thinking, Montel Vertadius Porter says? Why is Santa Claus all, I wish that we would have an unlike Santa Claus. Like one year, I think in 2011 YL, we had Mick Foley as Santa Claus, and we had Booker T as Santa Claus. So I think it'd be cool if we would get a black Santa Claus. I mean, not that there's anything against Santa Claus being white or black or anything like that, Montel Vertadius Porter says, but I'm only saying, well, Mike Lane said, at the end of the day, Father Yule being white or black, his cast of his skin, or his background, or what land his forekin came from, or what worship he follows, it doesn't mean anything. It's the good that he does, Mike Lane says. That's right, Father Yule, making everyone happy, keeping everyone happy, keeping happiness and glee alive for Jesus' birthday, which is Yule. Ho, 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 and happy Yule. I know it's not really Yule yet. We still have, a whole month of the 11th month to get through. And I know the next holiday coming up is Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Day. And I know that I could come out here and say a lot of shit. But first off, I want to say that a lot of folks out there might, always skip over Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Day. And the thing is, Thanksgiving is a wonderful holiday. I know a lot of folks gave it for things that the folks said and did things in the past. But anyway, first off, I want to wish everyone a happy Yule. And why is Yule so outstanding to us? You see, God so loved the world that he gave us. Oh, that's right, Madison Rain says. That's right, Angelina Love says. It's Santa Claus. Well, yeah, Dakota Kai says, or we call him Father Yule. Yeah, you have to be dumb, Bailey says. Because at the end of the day, no one is cooler than us. And the way I look at it is that you owe us gifts, fat man. Yeah, you owe us a lot of gifts, Bailey says. And we have the wounded lead. And you see, we run things now. Well, first off, Bailey, Dakota Kai, Angelina Love, Oscar, Kyrie Singh, Io Sarai. You don't have any run or lead over anything. You see, at the end of the day, God so loved the world, he gave us Jesus. And you cannot take that away from me. He gave Jesus to you as a gift too. Yeah, I know, Bailey says. Jesus is the true grounds of Yule. But you have nothing to do with Yule. So why don't we all beat up Father Yule here today on Rampage or Ramfru? No, I don't think you're going to be doing that at all. You're not going to be beating up on Santa Claus, Father Yule, whatever you want to call him, Ruby Riott says. You should be ashamed of yourselves, Madison Rain says. But then again, Charlotte Flair said, you folks don't give two shits about anyone or anything. So we're not going to let you, we're not going to let you, we're not going to let you beat up on him, Charlotte Flair says. That's right, Becky Lynch says. You're not going to be bullying Santa Claus. No way, Ember Moon says. So, look at it this way, Bailey. You and your friends can just leave now because you're not going to be bullying Santa Claus. Well, we all know the Wounded Lead and the Wounded Run. They run off when the reckoning when they don't have the reckoning upper hand, Mike Lane says. That's right, Tony Schiavone says. The Wounded Run or Wounded Lead, they think they're so cool, but at the end of the day, I don't really truly think they are cool. And if it wasn't for Bianca Belair, Madison Rain, Charlotte Flair, Ruby Riott, Becky Lynch, and Amber Moon, who knows what they would have been doing to them. Well, I understand, Montel Rotadius Porter says, I do understand that we are going to have a match here today, and Bianca Belair is going to hopefully get even with someone hopefully we're going to have a match today, and we're going to see Dakota Kai take on Madison Rain. So we're going to see that match here today. Ding ding ding. Well, we got the match underway. We just heard, we just heard from Gail Kim, the TWF Women's Team Leader, that we're going to have the match with Madison Rain fighting Dakota Kai. And this is only Dakota Kai's two-diff, third match here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering. Dakota Kai knocking down Madison Rain, and Mike Lane says. Well, let's keep in mind here, folks, Madison Rain is the first TWF Women's Heavyweight fighter. Dakota Kai wanted to do her kick and took down Madison Rain again, Mike Lane says. You should also know, Tony Schiavone said, that you should also know that Madison Rain now works in AEW now. She was formerly in TNA IW for sundry years. Dakota Kai thinks she's so cool and everything, but I don't really think she is. And now, Madison Rain taking down Dakota Kai, Tony Schiavone says. Montel Rotadius Porter says, how can Madison Rain be so cool? Yeah, she's the first TWF Women's Heavyweight fighter, but and yeah, she might be Joss Matthews' wife and all, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really make her that cool. And Madison Rain, hopefully to take down Dakota Kai here today. Madison Rain taking down Dakota Kai, the first Southern East Islander, New Zealander to ever be in the Toy Wrestling Gathering, Mike Lane says. That's right, Tony Schiavone said. Dakota Kai is from New Zealand, who is one of those sundriest lands in what some call the Southeast Islands. Well, Montalcadius Porter says she's not going to lose to Madison Rain. 1, 2, and only a kick out. Dakota Kai right now gets back up right now. And oh, well, you see when she just did that? She just hit Madison Rain between the eyes. And now Dakota Kai, the former two-time WWE Women's Tag Team Fighter and former two-time WWE NXT Women's Tag Team Fighter, just beat Madison Rain, Mike Lane says. Yeah, Tony Chevalier said she hit Madison Rain right between the eyes with something. We don't know what she did. 1, 2, 3. Well, Montalcadius Porter says Dakota Kai is not frightened of the elf on the shelf, if you get my belief here. Dakota Kai beat Madison Rain. And that means that the Wounded Lead, or the Wounded Run, hopefully believe that they're more stronger than the other team. Mike Lane says. I can tell you right now, Tony Chevalier says, I wouldn't want to be. We don't know what the Wounded Lead or the Wounded Run would have done to Father Yule if Bianca Belair, Ember Moon, Angelina Love, and Charlotte Flair and Ruby Riott came out. Who knows what they would have done? Well, we do know one thing, sadly. Mike Lane said Dakota Kai beat Madison Rain. Here today on Rampage or Ramthrough, Mike Lane said. She did, Tony Chevalier says. And it was sad, because I thought Madison Rain would have won. Whatever you thought, Mike and Tony, that's not what happened, Montalcadius Porter says. And I understand that Michael Cole gets to talk with the folks in the Wounded Lead. Alright, I gotta take a shit and I'll be right back. Alright. Alright, Mike Lane, Tony Schiavone. I'm going to be talking with the Wounded Lead, even though I know I'm not their beloved man here today. And we got to see how many folks we do have here. They got a lot of folks on the team. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, Michael Cole. You know I never liked you. Bailey, I don't know what you have against me, but you've been against me ever since you shifted heel. And you shifted heel in 2009 between while, and ever since then you had something against me. But I'm not here to talk about why you don't like me. You have the Wounded Lead. You had them come out. Then you want to go after Father Yule. We all know that's some kind of shameful deed right there. And somehow now you think you got running lead over everything. Well, Michael Cole, some of us didn't have to come from eBay like you did in 2008 between YL. And two, I have the new Wounded Lead or Wounded Run. We run things. If you thought the NWO was bad all those years, if you thought the Nexus was bad all those years, if you thought the Ace and AIDS were bad, well, that's got nothing on us. And just to let you all know, we have full running lead over everyone. Dakota Kai, Matt Angelina Love, Io Sarai, Kairi Singh, and Asuka. Bailey, how did you get all these women to want to follow you? Because I'm a leader. And leaders know how to lead. And when you're a good leader, you get good followers, Michael Cole. That's how I got folks to follow me. And why don't you don't know? Why don't you ask some of our followers why they're with me? Oh, I don't really want to, but I guess I'll have to. Dakota Kai, why do you follow Bailey for? Because Bailey's a friend. Bailey is a true leader, Michael Cole. Some men and women are. Some men and women aren't. You're a loser. No, I'm not a loser. Where did I lose? And Madison Rayne, you were kicked out of the Wounded Lead earlier this year, and now you're with them. I was never kicked out of it, Angelina Love says. Bailey, Dakota Kai, Io Sarai, Kairi Singh, and Asuka wanted everyone to think I was kicked out of it, Michael Cole. But I'm not kicked out of the Wounded Lead. I was working behind the running. I was helping them get more followers. How do you think Kairi Singh and Io Sarai, how do you think Kairi Singh and Asuka came? I did it. I helped them. Alright, that's my talk with the Wounded Lead. Back to you, Mike Lane and Tony Schiavone. Thank you, Michael Cole, for talking with the Wounded Lead, or the Wounded Run, here today on Rampage or Ramfru. And that's all the time we got here for Rampage or Ramfru. I, Mike Lane, Tony Schiavone, and Montel Rotadius Porter. We hope you like Rampage or Ramfru, and we'll see you tomorrow.